I just get your attention for, I promise you, not a long time, but I just really want to welcome you all for coming tonight. It's amazing to see so many familiar faces, so many new faces. Before I start, most importantly, I'd like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land in which we are gathered, the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation. I would also like to pay respect to the elders past and present and extend that respect to all other Indigenous Australians present. So, just to really say, I mean, I don't want to talk for hours, and believe you me, I can talk for hours, so it's a challenge for me not to, but I'm really going to try hard. This is all going to be mostly about acknowledging people. And I have to acknowledge first Barry Henderson, Professor Barry Henderson, an amazing artist who helped me hang the show. So Barry, thank you so much for your help the other day. Much appreciated. Ian Ginsberg for taking the most amazing photographers. If anyone's looking for a great photographer, speak to Ian Ginsberg. He may or may not be here. And I must also just thank Anne Phillips, who has been just fantastic at advising me and helping me with getting some of the publicity out, and also writing an amazing piece which appeared in Arts Hub, I think, yesterday. And also Deborah Smith from University of New South Wales for all your help in getting the story out. It's been a great privilege to work with you. Now, of course, the reason we are here is because we are at this exhibition called Schrodinger's Bird. What is Schrodinger's Bird? It has been the most amazing, this last year has been an incredible story for me because I've been working with the Center for Quantum Computation and Communication Technologies. Tony, did I get that right? And in that, as part of that journey, there are some people I need to acknowledge who are with them, and I'll tell you a bit about what that project was. But, I mean, look, before I thank anybody, I have to thank Eldon Peretz, who's no longer here. He's gone back to Israel. He basically introduced me to the institute, and the thing just snowballed from there, where I then basically undertook a year-long collaboration with the center and interpreting their, if I may use the word, insane ideas of quantum physics and the work they are doing to generate quantum, to develop the idea of quantum computation into something real is really quite astonishing, and it's worth sort of, doing a little bit of background reading about them because they're an amazing institution, amazing center. Matthew Broom has been one of the postdocs at the center. He has been an incredible support. I'm going to call you friend because he has been sort of helping me the entire way, making me sit down and getting these ideas to somehow penetrate the grey matter of my brain. So Matt, for all of your support and friendship, thank you. And of course, there are Anubhav, Sam, Heil, Sam Gorman. If you are a Sam or a Matt House, there's a good chance you're going to become a quantum physicist one day, so just be warned. The director of the center, Michelle Simmons, who unfortunately couldn't be here tonight, she's traveling, has been absolutely incredible. She welcomed me in there, allowed me to give a presentation to her group, and invited me to collaborate with the group, which is an astonishing, I think quite a brave move. Because they present one face, but they are prepared to challenge themselves and how they tell this story to the community. And I think it's a remarkable thing which really does need to be acknowledged and celebrated, because it's about trying to talk about science in another way, which is not an easy thing to do. Science doesn't always get the best rap, and they were prepared to take a chance on me, and for that I am truly, truly grateful. Tony, you're taking a photograph of me, so put the camera down for 1 second because I need to thank you too. Tony is the Chief Operating Officer of the Center and has been, well, very tolerant of my slightly unusual, because artists make unusual requests, and he allowed me to install large pieces of paper at the center. If you look over there in the back of the room, that is a drawing done by scientists, and I was reluctant to put it up because I didn't want them to show me up. But that is an amazing artwork done by the scientists at the center, so please have a look at that. And lastly, besides, I must say all the people at the center have been incredibly welcoming, and for that I truly am thankful, and thank you for sharing your ideas, which I hope I have been able to interpret the beauty. That is really what I wanted to do, interpret the beauty underlying the work you do. The astonishing, because in the world of quantum physics are ideas which, there's no other word for it, they're beautiful ideas, because they show us the world we live in is not necessarily as it seems. And I think anything that shows you that the world you live in is not as it seems broadens you, deepens your experience of being a human being. And that is what I wanted to try and bring across today. Finally, Professor Sven Rogge. When I first met Sven, I was giving a presentation. He'll be opening the show. I gave a presentation, and Sven, afterwards, when I asked for email addresses, gave me his card. And I immediately think, I am in serious trouble. This man has given me his card, hasn't written his email, I must be in trouble. I'm going to get reprimanded for bringing science into disrepute. But, Sven, I was wrong. You have turned out to be a remarkable collaborator. We have sat down several times talking about the ideas of quantum physics, talking about the ideas of decoherence, superposition. My head somehow managed to remain intact. And to honor what you gave me, I developed this animation called Schrodinger's Bird, which is a direct response to these conversations that Sven and I had. I wanted not only to try and delve into the heart of quantum physics, but I also want to acknowledge the generosity of the scientists who actually worked in this field. So I would like to welcome Sven to open the exhibition, and also use the opportunity to thank Sven and all the members of the Center for Communication, for Quantum Computation and Communication Technologies. Thank you very much.
Great pleasure and an absolute honor to be here tonight and opening this show. I will be brief, but I just want to say it was a fantastic experience for me to work with Steve. I've been in this field like for 20 years, and sort of the quirkiness of quantum mechanics, to some degree, I've accepted it as a fact. It's hard to understand. You can calculate it, you can deal with it. But talking to Steve really made me rethink about the phenomena and how unusual they are. And it's amazing for me to see how he interprets them. And looking at this art animation of the images, it's really interesting how an artist deals with these things. So it's really great. And as head of school for UNSW in physics, I'm very glad to see that an artist reaches out to us, takes his ideas, processes them, and presents them in a way that we would never be able to do so. So this is an amazing time, and it's really good to be part of this. With this, I thank you, I welcome everyone, and I open the show.
Without further ado, just walk around, enjoy the art, speak to the physicists, use the opportunity. And yes, I'm going to have a glass of wine now, because I've managed to remain completely wine-free until this point. Thank you very much.